Well, the Independence Day holiday is upon us. It's Tuesday, and you got people going across state lines to get fireworks. And it seems like, a perennial story because it is. Illinoisans crossing over to Indiana, Missouri, Kentucky, Wisconsin, and they're buying gobs and gobs of fireworks. But why don't we have fireworks legalized in the state of Illinois? I think it's a question a lot of people are interested in. But Illinois is one of 3 states that does not allow for the sale of what you would think of fireworks. I mean, listen, you can go and get the snakes. You can go and get the sparklers. You can go and get, I think you can get those little tanks that spew out just a little but other than that, I mean, smoke bombs, okay, well, you can't buy big stuff that goes boom. And it's because of, for 80 years now, Illinois' pyrotechnic act, if I can say that this morning, it prohibits residents from buying and using fireworks unless they're novelty fireworks like smoke bombs or sparklers. Now, we don't allow it in the state of Illinois. There's 2 other states that don't allow it, including you've got, let's see here, Massachusetts and Vermont. They also don't allow for fireworks other than novelty fireworks, or they possibly don't even allow those. But Illinois, we do allow novelty fireworks. We don't allow the big stuff that goes bang. Now, what that means is you've got people who cross the state line to go and buy fireworks, and that happens every year. And one thing that my team and I with the Center Square we like to do is we call into other states and hear from fireworks operators who are seeing people come from other states to buy fireworks. And that is definitely the story with Mark's Fireworks factory outlet in Indiana, where they talked to my reporter Kevin Bessler and Chris Brunson. He says that indeed they see a steady stream of Illinois license plates in the parking lots of Mark's Fireworks in Indiana.
We do. We got a location in Vincennes that gets tons of Illinois business. Our store on the west side as well. So, yes, we do. But we get plenty of locations in Indiana that gets traffic from the closest parts of Illinois. Absolutely.
He also talks about, a good part is it's a good part of their business. Illinoisans seeking to get those fireworks for their displays.
Still early. I mean, most of your business is towards the end, but so far so good. But overall, we're, as any business, you could always be busier, but overall we're happy.
Now, it's not just one fireworks stand. There are multiple, including Sherry's Fireworks in Indiana, where the owner there, Sherry Cheesewright, she says that her Clinton, Indiana store gets Illinois residents coming by and saying hello and buying up all kinds of fireworks, and they come back for more.
I bring them in from, my gosh, Charleston, Decatur, Champaign. Last night, guys drove an hour and a half, a town I hadn't even heard of. So once they find me, they tend to come back here.
So obviously, fireworks is still very much in the hands of Illinoisans who are crossing over state lines to pick up those fireworks. And listen, I mean, there's a penalty here, right? You can get fined with $2,500 fine if you are found in violation of this. But there's critics who say, fireworks should be legal in Illinois because what's happening is people are crossing state lines to give their tax dollars to Indiana and to other states. But safety is obviously something that's driving Illinois' Pyrotechnic Use Act, and people don't want people to be blowing their arms off. But analysis from the Illinois Policy Institute shows that injuries have actually decreased about 1/3 just last year compared to 2020, despite a massive increase in fireworks sales. So 1 in 3 states banning the use of fireworks. But when you look at the overall costs of injuries and whatnot, it doesn't necessarily correlate to the increased purchasing of fireworks. I shared with you yesterday that I grew up in the suburbs of St. Louis in Missouri. And we had regular fireworks displays that we did at home. And we'd go out and buy an assortment of things from Roman candles to bottle rockets to, the ground sparklers, and had a good time. Sure, maybe somebody got burnt here and there, but thankfully we didn't blow off any appendages. I don't think we ever got too crazy with like the M80s or anything like that, but I know out in the country, some of you guys out there like the quarter sticks of dynamite just because of the big boom. But obviously, you could run afoul with the law if you don't have the proper permits for those types of devices, I guess you could call them. So what we're looking at here is, there was an effort in the Illinois State House that would have allowed for ground sparklers for people 18 and older to purchase. So, these are the cones that you set down, you light, you walk away, and it just spews up sparklers. A good, could be 10 feet in the air, and just spews that out. So it's a display that's somewhat manageable, but even after pushback at the State House and during spring session, testimony focused on the danger of the items, and then the measure ultimately did not advance. So will we see an effort in the future to bring back the idea of legalizing fireworks in the state of Illinois? And how much tax resources could that generate? Are we talking millions? Are we talking tens of millions? And how would you ease the concerns of those who say that these things are dangerous and should not be legalized, except for those who get official permits like municipalities and whatnot? But a lot of fireworks displays going on all around the area. Surely you are connected with your municipality and whether or not they've got a fireworks display. And you got all of this celebrating Independence Day, which is so important because, of course, the Independence Day holiday, July 4th, marking when the founding fathers of this country declared independence from King George and said we no longer want to be serfs. We want to be able to have self-determination within our own government. And then they had a Revolutionary War where they were fighting against forces from King George and others. And the founding fathers prevailed in that, and then brought about a constitutional republic. And I think that's important for people to understand. We have a constitutional republic. We don't have a democracy. While states may be democracies where whoever gets the most votes wins, the country is a constitutional republic where you have, the U.S. House. It does its thing, where democracy is in action, but the Senate is a way to regulate that even further, making it a constitutional republic. And it's not popular vote that wins a presidency, it's the Electoral College that wins the presidency. And all of that is in a brilliant design meant to ensure that minority voices aren't run over by mob rule. And that's why it's important to reflect on us being a constitutional republic, not a democracy. So that's really the real reason for Independence Day. Fireworks are just a caveat.
From the Fly SPI studio.